One of the commonest complications of hypothyroidism in women are infertility, and that can be because of irregular periods, missing periods, delayed periods, scanty flow, heavy flow, and in most of these, the commonest factor is missing ovulation, because of which there is the lack of presence of egg for fertilization. With a similar complaint, once there came in a patient from Dubai, a 32-year-old female who has been struggling to conceive even after 4 years into marriage. So today, let me walk you through the very same case. Meenakshi, a 32-year-old female from Dubai, had contacted us for an online consultation, wherein the main concern was hypothyroidism and the infertility from the same. She was diagnosed approximately 2 years back, but her history is a bit more relevant for us out here. Despite of being 1 year into marriage, she was struggling with infertility, and that is when they got her TSH tested. It was just slightly raised, wherein it was 5.4. And it was suspected that that could be the reason for infertility, and she was put on 75 mcg synthetic thyroid pill. Interestingly, she also had a family history of the same, wherein her siblings, cousins, and even aunts were affected by thyroid dysfunction. But there were no evident symptoms in her other than the irregular periods, wherein there was also PMS and cramps. But the moment they started with synthetic thyroid pill, she started experiencing a whole lot of complaints, wherein there was extreme fatigue, dry skin, dry hair, constipation, acidity, bloating, lack of libido, and even vaginal dryness, none of which were there before starting with the pill. She did conceive 1 year into consumption of synthetic thyroid pill, but that went into miscarriage, and because of which they topped up her synthetic thyroid pill dose to 150 mcg from 75. During this course of time, instead of losing weight, she went from 57 kilograms to 64 kilograms, which also means that after starting with the pill, she was actually experiencing a whole lot of complaints which otherwise were not present. Paired with that, her PMS, mood swings, anger, rage, and irritability drastically increased. Along with that, there was also insomnia, overthinking, anxiety, and even palpitation. Despite of all these, she has been continuing with the pills for the past couple of years. So the moment we were done with the case taking, it was quite evident that this hormone pill was not actually helping her condition, which also made us realize that we do not need these pills any longer. In fact, the reason for her thyroid dysfunction was the Apana Vata. Now you may wonder what it is all about. Well, this is one of the functional units which have not been explained in the modern science well. But Ayurvedically, we have seen in a couple of cases that a thyroid disease is not always because your gland is dysfunctional. It can just be a secondary expression of some other underlying factor. And in her case, it was the Apana Vata. So instead of treating her thyroid gland directly, we decided to attend the root cause, which was the Apana Vata, which is located in the uterus and the reproductive hormones. So by addressing the same, we were planning to reset her thyroid. And for the same reason, we had decided that we are going to wean off the pill very soon. But in the first sitting, I decided not to, so as to help her body recoup a bit and then remove the support system which was being supplemented in the form of the synthetic thyroid pill. Within 3 weeks of starting with the uterine cleansing and whole body reset medication, which included Ayurvedic herbs, dietary regulations, and resetting her circadian rhythm, her whole body functioning got reset, which means this time, instead of a 40-day delayed periods, it came down to 33 days. The pain was less, mood swings were less, her gut dysbiosis, especially in the form of acidity and bloating, drastically reduced, lack of libido, dryness per vagina also improved. Couple of concerns that were left to be addressed was the headache and fatigue. So then we decided now it's time for us to wean off the pill, and in the week 1, we brought her dosage to 100 mcg, week 2, 50 mcg, week 3, 25 mcg, all while ensuring that her symptoms were not aggravating and she was just feeling better. And that is exactly how we normally wean off the pills instead of removing it all of a sudden and giving a shock to the body. After the first set of uterine cleansing medicines, we decided to take it to the next level, or rather top it up by introducing medication specifically for Apanavata, which is her uterine condition, which is infertility predominantly followed by ovulation, and also something to support her thyroid gland. Over a period of 3 months, we kept meeting every month to assess that she was just feeling healthier, and interestingly, 4 months into medication, she conceived. And at that point, she was not on any synthetic thyroid pill, and her TSH values were 4.1. And today, she is 15 weeks pregnant. All happy, content, no severe nausea, fatigue, headache, and no other complaints, faring quite good and not on synthetic thyroid pills. Her values have been at the most 4.1. Growth rate of the child seems to be fairly good, no amount of supplements, but she's definitely on the Ayurvedic antenatal care, wherein we have put her on medicated ghee, medicated milk, good food, so as to support the functioning of her uterus and ensure that the baby is attaining the optimal growth and development. So that is the relevance of Ayurvedic treatment when the modern medicine is unable to fetch you with the answers or the result. Today, she is both free of hypothyroidism and has gotten pregnant. If you want me to share such interesting case studies, then in that case, do let me know in the comments which one are you particularly looking for, and in the upcoming episodes, we shall consider the same.